what's with all the questions? Hey there, it's Nancy Tierney from FirecrackerCommunications.com, and I know you want to get more people interested in working with you and more people interested in investing in what it is you've got going on. But in order to do that, you have to get them to stop and pay attention and engage with you and want to learn more about you and hear about what it is that you've got going on, right? So to do this, you've got to get their attention immediately in your copy. We're talking about the first words and phrases that you use in your email, on your sales page, on your landing page, on your work with me page, whatever it is. That first section of copy has to have the ability to interrupt all the noise that's going on in your potential client's brain and get them to kind of open up, get interested, read and keep reading and keep wanting to read more, right? It's a heavy load for a little bit of copy at the beginning, but that's what your beginning copy has to do. It has to really hook people in so they'll want to keep reading the rest of your message, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Last week I gave you a technique called the Reese's Pieces technique, one of my favorites. If you didn't get a chance to see that video, it's around here somewhere. It was just last week. So go see that. But today, now, I want to talk to you about another tried and true, very reliable way to get people instantly interested in what it is you're going to say next, to really create a lead that's going to get their attention. And it's what I call connecting questions. Connecting questions are basically when you start with a question or a series of questions. A series of questions about something that your client is deeply interested in. A question that talks about something they want or need or something that they're thinking about. That's the connecting part of it. It's not just any old question. It has to connect with what's important to them. So let me give you an example. So if you help people get more clients, you could start with a question like, have you given your heart and soul to your business and you're still not attracting enough clients? Did you just market your ass off last month and still you've got nothing to show for it? So questions that are like where people, one, you want to ask questions that people are going to say yes to. That's important. But it's not just any old question. You're not just going to say, do you need more clients? That's an okay question, but you really want a question that's reflecting to them at the same time who they are, what it is they're experiencing, the fact that it's a struggle, the fact that they did market hard and they're still not getting results. That's the trick with connecting questions. It's a question, so it immediately engages the mind. That's why questions work. The mind, as soon as it's asked a question, wants to figure out the answer. So that's why questions work. But then you also want to add that part of it that engages their heart, that engages their emotion. And that's the connecting part of it, where you're using a question that really reflects them back to themselves. So let me give you another example. Let's just say you're a relationship coach and you work with people that are having problems in their marriage, for instance. You might start with something like, are you having a lot of fights with your husband recently over nothing? Are all the quirks and qualities you once found endearing now completely annoying? And on your worst nights, do you wish that he would just get on a boat to China and leave you alone for about 3 months? So let me point out something about these connecting questions. It's reflecting back what's going on with her, but do you see how they build on one another? It starts off with just the little fights, the annoyings, and then it gets to the heart of the matter, which is in her worst moments, she just wants to be alone. She wants him out of the house. That's another trick with connecting questions. Let each one build on the other so the third one or even the second or third one really gets to the thing they almost wouldn't say out loud to anybody. You're really talking what's in their heart of hearts. It could reflect a deep fear, a deep desire, but it's the one that's really bubbling in there, okay? So that's the trick with connecting questions as well. The other thing to remember is you always want to ask questions where the answer is yes. You want the person reading saying, yes, yes, oh God, yes. You want that. You don't want to ask questions where the answer is no. Like, do you have such a great relationship that you're the envy of all your friends? No. You don't want to ask those kinds of questions. You want to ask questions that have the answer yes, because that's what keeps them compelled and gets them interested in what you're going to say next after those questions. Yes, 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 that's absolutely right. So what is it that you have to tell me? Please help me out here. So always ask questions that can be answered with yes. Remember, you want your questions, if you use a series of questions, to build on each other and really get to kind of the heart gushy, really to the meat of it as that third question or so. You don't have to use 3. You can start an email with one question, one very intoxicating question, and take it from there. But questions are still a great way to immediately engage your ideal client's interest in what it is that you have to say and what it is that you're going to say next, okay? And it does interrupt kind of the stream of their own babbling thoughts, but it has to be a connecting question. Remember, you want it to reflect what is really going on with them, what they're really concerned about. There are a lot of different ways to create a lead, to create a hook, to start your copy so it gets people's interest. This is just one. The Reese's Pieces I talked about last week was another. There's many more. So if you're having trouble with coming up with a lead and a hook for your sales page or for your email or for anything that's important to you and you want some help, here I am. Let's schedule a time for what I call a quickie copywriting makeover, and we'll make sure that you've really got a strong, intoxicating, alluring lead that really captivates your ideal clients. Okay, see you next time. Bye. There, it's Nancy Tierney from FirecrackerCommunications.com. Hey there, it's Firecracker Communications. I think I have